Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. This is kind of an emergency beta here for Bitcoin, for the bulls. Bitcoin getting very, very tight. If it loses the 200 MA, fine. It'll dump for the rest of the day on this 7-minute time frame. But so far, so good for Bitcoin. I stayed long last night. We pumped. We came back. We pumped. I'm pretty even there for the move to the upside, but we're still in gains. Shout out to anyone that took the long from this entry. It did pop up nicely to the first target. Like we see here, the target was 63,271, but we did hit that, back at it again. Kind of double top, but we're sideways. This is a sideways flag. We're going to watch this flag throughout the day, really. That's what I want to kind of keep you updated about. It's getting tight. And the tighter Bitcoin gets, the bigger the move is going to happen here. And once we crack 64, it's back to 68. 68 is back to the all-time highs, and then we go to an all-time high. All right. Shout out to Crypto Billy in the house. Shout out to Paul. Shout out to Patrick Power. Shout out to Bush and Bikes. Luke Bull in the house. My man Jordan. Jet Riggs. Kamato, a.k.a. Ketchup. Wow, that guy's smart. Shout out to all the beautiful people here on the live. SUI continues its domination. Can't stop. Won't stop for SUI. Unbelievable at 222 and 77 cents. I know you saw that 77. To me, unsustainable, but how? How can SUI continue this barrage? Not even making like proper patterns anymore, just doing whatever it wants. Forming a nasty bearish divergence here. Or could you say this was the bearish div? It did play out. It had a resurgence, and then it decided it was going to go on its own, break out of the falling wedge back to the upside here for SUI. The thing is, the market's on fire. We know that, and everybody can feel it and see it. And it looks like things are ready to rip like we've never seen. The daily on SUI looks ready to rock with low stochastics touching the 21-day moving average. Just had the golden cross, I guess, honestly, it's a backwards cup and handle, which I've never, where here's your little cup, there's your handle. Hey, it is what it is, right? So SUI basically in price discovery. It's been there on the wick, but if it recovers the wick here at 298, definitely, was waiting for that pullback, never got it. Came back down here and just ripped, defying bearish divergence and everything. What's scary to me is the 3-day chart just, I don't know, it just looks unsustainable. But I guess it could be doing this little chop, pump up again, and then come back to it. But it's gonna come back at one point. But I guess it looks like it's gonna go to like 296 and come back down to 180. Like wow. It's on a tear. I am flabbergasted by SUI as it continues its monumental tear. 3-day candle, never been that big in its life. So unbelievable for SUI. A bearish div, overbought, extended, but just continues to defy odds. I think we're going to see a lot of this in the bull market. A lot of this just hold through the bulls. But I mean, wow. Some smart people will take some profit along the way. I took some profit, maybe too early though. I think I did. But it was that's what happens at the beginning. If you're a profit taker at the beginning of the bull run, you'll take profit on something small. It'll rip, and then eventually you're like, all right, no more. Like the market has spoken. Because before then you were swing trading and things weren't awesome, right? Let's look. I mean, that's still unsustainable on the 1 hour time frame, right? Nice move, but it does suggest you're going to have to come back to that 21-day moving average. And I know I sound like a Nancy when I do that over and over again. I would take some profits on a swing trade for SUI, but that is absolutely beautiful. I mean, look at that. I guess I spoke too soon. Watch your 1 minute in a bull flag there. Similar to Bitcoin too. So, you know, if Bitcoin erupts today on Saturday, which it looks like it may, there's some high probability here that Bitcoin may get a big move. We'll do our top-down analysis. I don't want to skip that. Every time I've skipped that, I've missed something monumental. So, I mean, there's a possible bull flag here, and it's so hot. I mean, how does it not go to 234? So I would watch SUI very closely out of this bull flag on the smaller time frame. All right. And POPCAT, too. Yeah, 153. POPCAT's just hot. I remember giving POPCAT down here to the trading group. And 176 is my target. It's on the way. It's taking its time, but it's on the way. You'd be in massive gains now since the call, somewhere on October 3rd, October 4th. About 9 days, you're up 57%. Just sitting there, letting it cook. Letting it cook. That little flag did not play out. This flag did, though. And so far, so good. The daily reset, this thing is ready to I mean, there's... Wow. So the market is ripping. You saw me deploy capital. All coins on the weekend pumping. It's a magical time to be alive. SEI getting the move here. Breaking above the 200 MA and then ripping to the upside. You saw me put those gains in. And you know I'm in gains right now on SEI. I got the fat bag of SEI. Thing is ready to rock. People want those memes. All right. People want those memes. Seeing fun. All right. That's going to be your meme token area. Ooh. That's going to be your meme token area here. All right. Can't even go there now. You know what I mean? Got to watch it. You crypto, man. So anyway, you know, 2 daily candles. We're getting a move up here on the stochastics RSI. MACD turning. Everything looking pretty nice to me for a continuation here on the daily. And so I sniped this before the move. And let's see what happens maybe to the upside. To the upside. Remember, SUI was 90 cents before it hit, what, 222 now. You know, this thing could easily get to 150 or something of that nature. Let's do our top-down analysis and not be lazy here. You know, as much as I want to hang out and just do altcoins all day, the top down. I'm going to leave this alone here and do my top down analysis on the all-time history index. But it's bullish, man. You can see crossing the 200 MA on the daily, bullish times ahead. If you watch my macro technical analysis, this was hilarious, by the way. But if you watch my macro technical analysis videos that I put out every single Friday, this one right here, which got less views than normal. I don't know why. This one is the key to the market. Well, we talk about total 3, Bitcoin dominance, total, Tether dominance. We also talk about the DXY, gold, S&P futures, NASDAQ futures, and just give you an overall look of what's happening in like the global economy. And we've been nailing it and spot on and showing you, and you can learn how to trade this way because you can see what I'm talking about on a bigger time frame. I think these videos are more educational almost than any of my other videos because you can kind of put the piece of the puzzle together on a large scale, then begin to break it down on a smaller scale. All right. Very important, but there's so much insight. Not everyone can see all the insight. Okay, let's take a look at BTC here on the all-time history index for Bitcoin. Bull flag, right? I mean, but, and we do this every day, but why not, right? That's what I say. Only makes you better when you're more repetitive at what you do. So when we take a look here at BTC, it was so crucial we got above 61.5. I was freaking out. I said, oh man, I even said to my wife, whenever we lose a key area and it's not really good, I'll look at my wife and I'll just be like, we lost 61.5 again. I'm like, if we don't get that thing back, and I'm like, I look at my wife, I'm like, just pray we get 61.5 back. You know, because that would have meant we had, you know, to come test 57, 58, and then it would open the doors for the lows. We're so close to each range, you know. So we closed the weekly candle above 61,500, and that's all I want. That's all I need for Christmas. All right, beautiful. If we can get above 64,000, which is our next resistance here, 64.2, I'll take it. So we're looking for that move above 64,200. But right now, if the candle closes as such, right, in the next 1 day and 11 hours, which is soon, you know, 1:11, this candle closes, you know, but that will be, I'll take that close for now. One step at a time, and then we'll go for our next weekly close. But we closed back above 61.5. Here we threatened to close below it. We didn't. Here we threatened to close below it. We did not. So far, so good on the weekly. That's really all you need to know. And then the weekly also gives you your measured move from wick to wick here. The first leg, there, I believe there's a bigger leg of the whole leg here. But this will be the first stop in the leg. And it does give me about 100,000, you know. It says basically we can get somewhere to $100,000 Bitcoin. It says there's a chance here. 98 to 100K, somewhere between December 16th and January 6th. Keeps hitting January 6th, which I don't, you know, remember the weird date, but anyway, so this is a bull flag. You have a low, a lot, you know, and then you have the shoulder, the head, a right shoulder, a little bit, boom, you know, like it's starting to form a bullish sign, and you're closing above key levels. That's all. So next week we could close back below 61.5 and I'll be a bear again. See, it's just about taking the charts exactly the way they are and not candy coating it, adding anything or doing anything. So then I see this symmetrical triangle beginning to form. I see this shoulder. I mean, you tell me, but this is what I see after years of doing this and seeing it all the time. I see a bit of an inverted head and shoulder here for Bitcoin. About to do damage out the top leg. And that's going to put us to all-time high, somewhere to $75,000 for Bitcoin. We're going to break through these highs and finally call it a day. We've gone through the gap. We've got the high volume node. All right. Not saying we can't lose. If we see there's still, you know, 42, 40,000, all that's still on the table. We'd have to close back the weekly above 61.5. So don't listen to any bears until we close above. Then if we close above 61.5, you can, you know, some bear might have a leg to stand on. But until then, don't listen to anyone that tell you that we've topped out. They formed a bearish signal. They're starting to open up their bigger short, because there's a guy doing that. There's a guy out there who's claiming that we've triple topped, and he's convinced. Yo, they get so convinced. I studied basically 500 assets around the world and then compared the charts to Bitcoin and was able to see the light. I tell people to do that all the time. I tell them, hey, because I saw the light, so I know that everyone else can't. But no one's going to really sit there and sacrifice hours of their life like I did. And so I get it. I nerded out to a point of no return. I had the time, you know. But shoulder, head, right shoulder to the upside. My life had less obligations than most people. You know, one of my children, as I started, I only had one kid who was like 2 or 3 years old. My wife took care of her. She was a homemaker. She was there a lot. I had a lot of time as a man to be there, and just, I didn't have to go to 100 soccer practices. I didn't have to drive around, and I had my kids late. You know, I didn't have my first kid till I was 31 or something, you know. Point of the story is as I began that like really hardcore, because I'm 42 now, and I've been trading for 17 years, but there was that 10 years of very hardcore technical analysis. That was during a time, you know, the beginning was when I didn't have, you know, thank the Lord, like, but there wasn't a lot of stuff pulling on me, you know, and I started listening to Jim Rohn so much, and I started clearing my life. I started realizing I couldn't have all this stuff in my life. There was too much in my life, and I was getting distracted, right? So here we are again with the long position that I talked about many times before. All right. It's the idea that this is a symmetrical triangle. It could go either way. Right, but look, that daily now pushing back above the 200 MA. We crossed the 200 MA in the daily and we are gone, baby, gone. This is still a possible trade here. It's a little bit of a late entry, but we could use that wick as a stop, and it's still a 4.5 risk to reward ratio up to about $82,000. You can write this down. The stop would be below $58,990, and the take profit would be $82.5. Right? And there you have it. You can write this down. It's a 4.5 risk reward ratio. I believe there's a over a 70%, I'd say an 80% probability that this plays to the upside without getting stopped out. Because you have a low, a high, a lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, double bottom, higher high, higher low. That's the beginning of an uptrend. The trend has changed. And the symmetrical triangle is the first beginning. Like, you don't get a bullish pattern immediately, right? And then we talked about this being the falling wedge last night, you know, or yesterday, just going over the charts, right? And this could break to the upside. If you just took that leg up, that gets you above the 200 MA, and that gets you at least to take out the high here at 66,260, where you can then go for the next high at 68,500. We're going to load up Bookmap for you, but you can feel the heaviness here. You can feel the change in the movement. And I'm telling you, I'm trending out. This, I found the bottom for Bitcoin. Very similar idea. We had the fall, you know, we had bullish divergence. We broke that high. We came up with the higher low, and that's your entry. That's like the last chance to buy before the market just rips. When the trend changes, this is exactly how it changes. Just like this. This is it. This is exactly what happened here. Let me show you. Falling wedge, right? You had your low, you had your high, right? You had your low, your lower high, lower low, and then boom, you made a higher low, higher low, a higher high, and then a higher low, and you were gone. Right there, this is where we're at right now, inside of that like funky symmetrical triangle, see? And we're like, you know, you could even connect that if you'd like, and we're in the zone. You know, and this time we were above the 200 MA. We're about to get back above that 200 MA. Here, when you get above the 200 MA in the daily, you are gone. Gone. So like the last time we did get back above it, boom. And then there we got above it, boom. It's a catalyst. There we got above a huge move back to the upside there, and that fake out that year. Always remember that back in 2019. But it only crosses the 200 on the daily. Look, once, couple choppy times, and you know, 2, 3, couple choppy times, but really big move, big move. And even if you got there, it still was a great move because it, you know, it got above 8,088 all the way to 10,005 on a swing trade before we had you know, the black swan. And so, you know, and then you lose it. Even here when we gained a huge pump to the upside. So if you trusted just getting in when you crossed it, when a daily candle closed above the 200 MA. So that's why I do it on the 1 minute. That's why I do it on all the different time frames. That's why it's so important to me. So I clear away everything else and I really look at what's happening. And I mean, we got rejected the first time. We made a bit of a double bottom here, you know, slightly lower low, but we, you know, and I mean, that's that, you know, shoulder head, right shoulder, double bottom there. And if we close a daily candle today above the 200 MA, that's going to be a very bullish sign. So once I see that I'm bullish on the big, and look, the stochastics of double bottom pushing up, we just got above that median line, MACD turning. It looks like a huge move is coming here for Bitcoin on the daily time frame. In my lifetime, I've taken that type of trade over and over again, and it's played out. That's why I'm in a long right now, right? And then the 4 hour broke above the 200 MA. And I mean, that's a flag, right? I mean, that's a flag, period. And you go to the 1 hour and can see the flag, and it looks ready to rock. You can go to the 15 minute and see the flag, it looks ready to rock. And then I can take you to the 7 minute where we're still inside the flag. And I just took you from the weekly all the way to the 7 minute time frame. And like, if you want, I can take you to the 1. So I just took you from the weekly all the way to the 1 minute time frame, and it looks bullish to me. And lo and behold, when we zoom into the 1 minute, we have it. What do we have, friends? The Sammy Salami, no, the Sammy Cup and Handy again. Can we get the semi cup and handy to the upside? Does it create the breakout here? 1 minute time frame. Look, we got above the 200 MA, spiked up 63,246. 63.3 is going to be a place that we've always kind of battled. So what do I do here? Well, I sit long inside of this beautiful little flag as the 1 hour has got back to the 21 without losing any sauce, and you're getting a golden cross. I mean, this is going to pump. I've never been so sure of something in my life, but you know, and again, I have to say you never know, because I'm an analyst and you never know. But I mean, wow. And why do you think I just deployed 20 grand in front of you yesterday? Remember when I just like, I'm buying 5 grand of Bitcoin, I'm buying 14? Because the market, you know, at this point, everything pumps. I don't care if it's SUIP, SEI, I don't care what it is. You got to grab a, you know, and so I grab a piece. You do whatever makes you happy. All right. I'm not a financial advisor. So you find your piece of the pie here and get the education from me. But for me, I mean, something's brewing here. Now, you know, it does say we have, you know, we could go either way. Maybe we dump to 62,000, and I could be wrong. I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance. I really do. Who knows? But we got liquidity on either side, and this says we could go to 64,000. It is closer, and there's more of it. And I like the flag that we got here on Bitcoin. So I'm calling along for Bitcoin. I'm still long. But only time will tell for BTC. All right. But I do like our odds here for a bigger move coming. And it's October, right? Things are setting up for the pump. So you know what's up. I know what's up. And together we can find the gains. All right. I'm going to give you one last little freebie, and then the rest of it's going to go to the hard work I give to the trading group. I'm going to be looking for hot setups throughout the day, things I can swing trade. It's going to change. I'm going to, you know, it's just, there's going to be so much opportunity to be far more active here on a daily basis, because you just have to. The market's calling for it. Okay? The market's calling for it. There's going to be all sorts of strange things pumping and moving, things you never thought possible. Coins like AI Doge. You know what I mean? Just 2 names put together. You know, Boson Protocol getting a bit of a move here too. So we like to trade Boson. We know the coins. We know the coins. There's all types of coins. CLORE AI. Let's take a look at CLORE. One of my favorite coins to trade. And that's going to be moving. AI is going to start pumping hard too. You know. And there you have it. Look at that flag. Dipped a little bit more than I looked at, but then boom. Now, once CLORE AI, crosses the daily 200 MA, it's gone. A lot of people feel like, oh, I missed it. But I mean, the big move comes when you cross that 200. I mean, look, that's that cup and handle. I mean, textbook. I hope you all owe an amazing weekend. Love you. Enjoy. Warm hugs. Thank you. God bless Hurricane. Good morning, Sam, and everyone. I hope everyone is recovering well from the hurricane. Thank you, JSoul84. I hope you are too, man. God bless you. I know you would make it through, man. We did. We did, man. I hope you had not so much damage. I got very lucky with not much here. So, pump up the jam, salt and pepper. Again, if you see something like this and you see it's bullish on the daily, you look for flags in the smaller time frame. You know, like here, say you saw it was bullish on the daily, you could have flagged this out and got in somewhere here, and it did break out to the upside, right? Things to come here for Bitcoin in a similar flag. Look at that. That's an Adam and Eve double bottom too. You'll see it. Look at that. That tells you, So if I DCA'd it at 11 cents and this thing rockets up to $1, all right? I'm just saying, right? What was its all-time high? Yeah, on the charts, this thing was 44 cents, and, AI could rip. I see a lot of things doubling their all-time highs. So you see this at 88 cents. That's an 8x, right? I'm not guaranteeing anything, and I don't own this coin. There's a lot of opportunity out here in this market. And I don't think people realize, and by the time people have the guts to jump in, by the time people follow through with it all, I just don't think, it's just not, you know what I mean? That time's going to be over. So, anyway, yeah, could this come back down? Yeah, so that's why, like, if I had 15, or I wanted to put whatever I wanted to put into CLORE AI, I'd divvy up by 3s at this point. 5, 5, and 5 for 15 grand. You know, 1,500, 500, 500, 500, things of that nature. All right. This is a hot project and a hot coin. I suggest you look into it. Once it rips, it's gone. All right. And it's going to, a lot of this stuff is going to move faster than anybody realizes. All right. A coin I'm heavily down on, love this coin. Heavily down to freaking buy the heck out of this thing is AITECH. All right. I like this coin. I did start buying it around here. It pumped, came down. I bought a little more here. I bought even more down there, right? So this thing is just, it has the, I think more and more people will find out about it. Groups will talk about it. And again, I own it, so who knows? Maybe no one cares about it and it goes to zero. I'm not trying to pump my own bags. I am putting a coin on the radar that I own. I guess it looks weird, but I like AITECH, right? Shout out to James Myers. We look at VELO, not Velodrome. SEI or VELO. Thank you, Lifer, for sure, man. Yeah. But this thing is hot. And I think from where it's at, an 8x, a 10x, because there it goes back to 50 cents. There's a 5x too, back to its all-time high. And I believe a lot of these coins can double that. They can double that. They're just getting started. All right. I won't trade it till I know. I'll be precise with it, but some people get mad at me for asking simple questions when I'm just trying to learn. No one would do that to you, Stacy. We love you. In my trading group, we would just let you ask away. Ask away. Ask away. All right. One last coin I'm going to give you guys that looks hot to trot for the day. May actually begin to pump. You never know. And I don't own any of this coin. I just look for charts that look interesting. I just saw myself a ascending triangle there, right? So look, it has a golden cross. It's got this ascending triangle. And that just looks likely to break out to the upside. I mean, look at the way, just the whole market is frothing at the mouth if you can't tell. You know what I mean? Whenever you see me this bullish, I'm usually just like, I don't know, it's up and down. Today I'm like, all right, it could go either way, but I'm super bullish though. I'm not sure what's going to happen, but, I put all my money in yesterday, It's just funny, right? But again, I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance. Who knows? I could be completely wrong this whole market, but that looks like a beautiful 8% gain there. CyberConnect could easily pump to the upside. Stop below that previous low, 297. And that target would be 331 for Cyber. So, it's back to that weekend. I'm sorry to say, but your family's going to ask you where you are all weekend again. And you're going to say, I'm inside the trading group, making gains. And they're gonna like, dang, like we used to see you on the weekends. And you're like, used to? Is that a new coin? Is it called used to Inu? And your wife's gonna be like, no, like we were talking to you. And you're like, talking to me, Inu? Which one? No, we're talking to you right now. It's us in front of you. In front of you, Inu? Which coin are you talking of? No, we're talking to you. Get out of the matrix. So you're telling me you know about a meme? What coin is it? Hopeless, right? Wow, there's just a lot of opportunity in the market today, and it looks frothy. It looks like the altcoins are about to take storm. Look at that shoulder, head, and right shoulder there for Phantom that erupted. About to do damage cheese here for Phantom. And I mean, if you look at the tightness going on a lot of coins, you can see consolidation above the 200 MA with tighter moving averages is a beautiful sign of a possible bigger move. Phantom was Sonic, Andre Kanji, everything back to normal for Phantom. And that means, you know what? I mean, what people don't realize, 69 cents pretty nice. Phantom back to $1 faster than you realize. I'm calling $1 Phantom 104 somewhere by the end of October here, possibly even before Halloween. And you heard it here first on the channel. Look at that beautiful rounded bottom. Unbelievable. If you want to go big for Phantom, you got this giant. Look at that. You're just like ready to explode. No, this isn't a X-rated film. So this is that looks amazing, right? So, and then on the 1 hour time frame, Phantom just kind of starting to show signs that it's consolidating absolutely lovely. and could break to the upside. So I'm looking at Phantom for a move here to the upside. On my Cash App to you, grab BB a slice for pie. God bless, Crash Billy, man. God bless you, man. You didn't need to do that. God bless everybody here that gives to the channel, sends a super chat my way, and supports us. We appreciate you. We're going to be amping up the streams, amping up the information, amping up what's happening as the bull market starts to get crazy. I know we do a lot, but I know we could do even more for you. Join the trading group. We're going to go over lists, talk about different ideas. We're going to start breaking it down on a major level, and we do it every week, but we're going to continue to do so. I know there's new people in there that just have no idea about Bitcoin. There's people just getting into their trading stride, right? Just kind of finding their way. And there's just a lot of action going on, and there's people at all different places in the trading group. We have beginners just jumping in who just heard about the word cryptocurrency. And we want to teach them about RWA, real world assets. We want to teach them about AI coins, gaming coins. They don't know about the different, parts of crypto. They just don't. And like that's the first stage. Then they also want to learn about trading. And they want to understand what the MACD is. They want to know what the RSI is. They want to use the daily chart, the weekly. What is the 1 hour? What's going on here? What are all these lines? What's this pink, this yellow and blue thing here you call the VRVP, right? So there's just a lot. There's a lot. And my job is to service as many people as I can. There's people who want to learn about DeFi for the first time ever. I got a DeFi course I'm working on. So it's not easy. Crypto is big. There's a lot to cover. I cover as much as I can to keep you fully informed. Come to this channel on a daily basis and we will break it down for you all the time. All right? We won't take days off. From Saturday to Saturday, Sunday to Sunday. We will be here every single day of the week. And I love what I do. And I when crypto gets crazy, I get even, I get crazier. I have to admit, I love it. And you all know what it's like. KAVA looking like it wants to pump to the 200 MA on the daily. I've seen this many times. Bit of a shoulder, head, right shoulder, rounding the bottom, finding that higher low. Can it finally engage its way out of this to the upside here? That's called accumulation. Unbelievable for KAVA. I'm just seeing so much opportunity in the market here. It's blowing me away. I want to share it all with everybody because I just can't believe it. A true leader shares his knowledge. A true leader hides nil. A true leader is there for all. A true leader, if you're a true leader, you will be criticized many times over for speaking your mind. But you should expect that. Every true leader will be criticized. If you don't want to be criticized, as Jim Rohn says, then do nothing and say nothing. And nobody will say anything because you won't say anything. So the second you stand for something, someone's going to come at you in some way, shape, or form. You wouldn't believe the things people have said to me on social media. Notcoin looking for the move to follow through. If we get the pump, Notcoin will pump. That may just be 7%, but it could be the beginning of a bigger move. But that looks like the market looks frothy. So there's possible scalps out here. There's, and if Bitcoin can even continue sideways for the day, all coins love that, especially in October. All right. Hey, Sammy, can I get my 200 MA on the daily to be the same as yours? It's something with the offset of the settings I have to change. Love the content. No, you should be fine. Nothing. It should be just 200 MA. Maybe you don't have an MA though. Some people type in simple and moving average simple. See that? Yeah, make sure you're clicking on that one. Maybe you have an EMA. Maybe you have an SMA. I don't know. There's a chance. There's a chance. So flags abound, coins everywhere. And I kept saying, let's load up, let's DCA. This is the time. This is the time. Bought more of this, bought more of that. All right. You know what likes to pump too at the beginning of the market? There's certain coins that always kind of take a little bit of a... Remember Thorchain, if you remember correctly, at the beginning of the last rally, Thorchain just had it going on. Right? And I'm starting to see this very similar to like the Phantom flag. It's not perfect, but it's beginning to form, you know? And if this one would come down, it'd be awesome. Chance it comes up and rips up, but, you know, either one of these. But, you know, Rune Thorchain looking hot to me for a possible move. Like what I'm seeing there for Rune. And, of course, SEI booming. I mean, there's just... And let's take a look at the most watched or searched coins and all that fun stuff. So 20 search, top 20 search coins the last 7 days. Donks keeps getting searched. People like it. If we get searched that much, how could it not pump? Navi, the SUI coin, I believe, a SUI meme, right? Navi. Might even actually be a real project. I should know. Cyber, look at that. We talked about Cyber today, and there it is. And then it looks hot. So that could actually, you know, when I see that, that's an indication. So when you trip, I call that on tripping on trading coincidences. Like I found a nice setup, the setup looked good, and then boom. You know, Bitcoin 63,060, looking nice for a bigger move to the upside. And again, I've been like 80% accurate. Today I call a pump. Highly likely we pump, but you never know. You know, I shouldn't say that. You know, I don't count my chicken before they hatch, but Clearpool also looks nice to me. Like it's ready to make some bigger gains to the upside. I think I went over it. Zeta Chain, which I'm still in, wants to reclaim those old lows. DGen on base was hot. And that's kind of, you know, because people are getting back into what they were doing right before the market kind of like... And remember, so you have to remember, where were we when the market halted? Well, DGen base just really started to kind of creep up. Pepe coin, right? And all the other, and then, you know, alt layer, that also kind of started to get parcel. So these coins, you know, you want to write some of these down, if you, whether you want a DCA, Chia, XCH, okay? Layer 0 is hot to me because it was like one of the hottest coins when we were slightly bearish, right? Solana holding 146 is bullish to me. EGen layer, you know, they finally did come out with that coin, right? Over time. Ton coin back at $5. Only a matter of time. Ton coin could triple to 15, 20 bucks. All right. Scroll I've never heard of, right? General information for Scroll. Funds and backers, Polychain Capital, right? Says something about it, right? Pumped up to 116, 119. Now it's kind of in a bit of a downtrend here this morning. It's on Binance, Gate.io, and BitGet. SCR. Founded with a vision of scaling Ethereum to 1 billion users as a layer 2 network. Scroll processes transactions on Ethereum. Yada, yada, yada. What makes it different? Why is it amazing? I don't know. I'm already kind of bored. Bitcoin 63,120 for BTC. And things starting to really shape up here for this beautiful bull flag. Really starting to look more like a bull flag, or yeah, it is an ascending triangle, but they are so bullish when the market's looking right. Looks like we're even starting to kind of break out here if you really get really heavy on it. And again, anything can happen. We could get less follow through. It might come up, bearish divergence, and we dump hard. And I'm completely wrong, and then we have to go through a pullback. I'm open-minded that anything can happen. You have to remember that. But right now, the probabilities look pretty dang good, don't they? Like we're going to get a nice move to the upside. Shout out to the chat. How's everybody doing? God bless each and every one of you for being here. All right. Let's take a look at the fan funding and see what's happening. We have Paragirl for life. Hey, Sam, could you please look at ALGO? Do you think ALGO could reach a new all-time high this cycle? Many thanks. I think ALGO can hit $5 this cycle. I don't like it at all. I still own some, regrettably so. But hey, let's see what it can do. Probably $5 is likely. Let's take a look at Velodrome here. And you'd say, why $5, Sam? Where does that come from? I guess I'll be nice enough to show you why. As I look at A-Log, which actually be a pretty good name for a coin. I just came up with my new coin, A-Log. 8log 88. You know, you do something cool and people like it. All right. So Algo, giant cup and handle I have here on the Binance chart, right? Ready to rock. I mean, that's a double bottom. That thing's ready to moon as far as I'm concerned. And, you know, hey, there you have it. The last high it got to there on a spike was 373. You know, we did get the $3. It was awesome. Came down hard, right? I mean, these are spikes. Remember that. Sell, sell, sell in the heat of the moment. They don't hold these But basically you could say it was at least $2 nicely. And it came from those lows at about like 20 cents. We started buying 20, 30 cents. All right. And boom, it was gone for me. Like I never really had to wait too long to make my gains. And it did a 10x, which was great. I mean, that's all, I love that. 10x is more than you could ask for out of any type of position. I go for 20, 30s. I like to 20 and 30x my money, but like if Casper can hit $1, that's going to be 100x basically, because we got in at a penny. Let's see. I'll be happy at 50, 60 cents. I think I'm going to unload most of it at that point. Too many people believe it has to get to $1. I don't know. The way I look at the leg, it doesn't look likely to me. But again, we'll go over all that on another time. But ALGO looks good to me. All right. And, once it starts to climb, I just believe there's going to be more money, more, more excitement, more hype. And, I do see it somewhere back at 2, 3. Maybe it doesn't go to $5 more when I look at it now. But, I think definitely $3, $4, $5, somewhere back in that region for ALGO. All right. So that's what I'm looking at for ALGO. I know that's like very decrypted chart, but and then that cup and handle for sure as it's starting to break on out to the upside. That's the lowest price you probably get it ever again for a while. But again, who knows? I'm not a huge fan of it. I don't suggest buying any of it at all. All right. I've been holding it for a long time. If I were you, I would steer very clear. All right, let's take a look at VELO. Remember the last time I got into VELO, I got in somewhere at 110 or something, or 0.012. And then I sold the puppy around 0.18. All right. I like VELO right there where it's at. You know where it looks? SEI was in a similar position just the other day. I could even take a fractal if you want. We got a bit of a cup and handle here on VELO, and VELO's looking interesting to me. And that's an alert I have, but I like where I'm seeing for VELO. And that's a 200% gain coming out of this puppy. So VELO on the radar for sure. And sometimes what I'll do is I'll give you setups, and then I'll also give you reminders of that setup. I'm like, by being consistent, I help you get through this market and help you become the most consistent person you can be, so you can make the most out of this market. It's another thing that just, comes with the territory of being here. I can't stress enough to my trading group that AERO drone is just in a beautiful bull flag and looks ready and likely for a massive move to the upside. I mean, look at it. I've never seen so many beautiful flags ready to rock out on the bigger time frames, consolidating beautifully, moving averages, everything getting ready. This thing looks like $2 is a happening. Again, like if I was a new trader and I like to swing trade, I mean, this is just... And again, who knows? Maybe it goes to zero. Always have a stop loss. Always have a proper risk in motion. I own this coin. I got it at 30 cents. It's at $1.24. I mean, we're up 4x and some at this point. But that looks like $2 is it coming for the 5x and more here. And like you name it, there's consolidation out here. Like you name it, look, there is consolidation of some type almost on every little nook and cranny. So you find your coin, you slap the lifer analysis on it, your lifer vision, you get that lifer vision, right? I thought there was SUI pad, yeah, SUI P. If SUI's hot, SUI pad will be hot, right? Coming back down, revisiting. It's like, oh, okay, you want to get busy again. I thought for sure that all the SUI stuff would come crashing down by now and we'd be resetting, getting ready for the next buy-ins, but no. SUI just took no prisoners. All right. We look at BEAMX and look at it for, yes, I love BEAMX. I own it. It's in my bigger portfolio. SUI pad looks like it could take off here. All right. SUI P. And that's just, 14 cents. So you're talking a 48% gain here. If SUI keeps continuing to rip, SUI P will follow suit. Don't laugh when I say SUI P. I know it makes you want to laugh. SUI P. I'm not talking about, I don't even know what I would, yeah, it's not right. So anyway, I tell you what, SUIP looking interesting to me. I don't know about you. All right. I don't know about SUIP over here. You tell me, huh? What do you think about that SUIP? SUIP. And so now we start understanding, and again, your ecosystem and knowledge of DeFi comes into play here. What is the automated market maker? How do we maximize our gains on an ecosystem? CETUS, right? CETUS looks ready and poised for and it actually just broke out, right? But like there, and you can see that's the beginning of my stuttering because I'm just getting drunk on these altcoins. All right, but a move here is coming for CETUS. That's how you turn a stutter into something where someone's like, did he do it on purpose? Or was that part of the show? I don't even know. The guy's out of his mind. I'm sure he made a mistake, but did he? He turned it into a part of the show. So look, I mean, that comes back down on retests. You're in there like swimwear. Now, honestly, these retests haven't been happening, but you're looking for that. But this is getting hot to trot. And CETUS is likely going to follow through with SUI as we continue to get the barrage here for the SUI ecosystem. Look for small time frame pullbacks. It is kind of a breakout. I don't buy breakouts. Look for the pullback. Look for some type of flag. But wow, 20 cents for CETUS. So CETUS and SUI pad would move with SUI. Understanding? And I don't know if we build bags at this point because some moves have already happened, but these are some swings. So what I do say, there's an awesome project. We swing it for a while. All right. All right, let's get, and we have someone asking about BEAMX. How do you keep all the open plays you have? Multiple accounts on MXC. I just do what I got to do, baby. Can you look at SEILOR? Thanks. Also, I sent you an email about my week. Yeah, I have a fantastic experience yesterday. Praise God. I love you. Thank you, John Collin. God bless you, brother. And we'll look at BEAMX and SEILOR. As Bitcoin's at 63,080. Attempting to hold it to down. So BEAMX. Let's take a look at BEAMX. Now, I like this coin a lot. Believed it was going to do numbers over time. AVAX Gaming. All right. And this is just to me what's called accumulation yet again. Let's look at it on the bigger time frame 3-day chart. Let's take a look at what's happening here on the 3-day. Not a lot of information. I go to the daily. So what I like about it, number one, hasn't broken the 200 yet. See, a lot of coins have now, and that was your chance to get them before they did that. So now, you're looking for this accumulation before it breaks on out and starts its bigger move out. And I own this coin, and I've seen this behavior many, many times on many assets throughout the world. And it has a name, and that's why it's called accumulation. It's like, and there's your range, the bottom of the range. And I always say when I go back to it, you only get 5 or 6 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. Put your hand in and do that. Oh, wow. So the family wants me out too many, but it's alt season. It's one of those Saturdays where it looks like it's going to do the do. She's like, oh, okay. Stay inside. Stay in there all day then. Like Cello, anything that's about to break that 200 MA, you get ready to charge up if you're a lifer. If you don't know what I'm doing, then you don't have the stones to do it. Hey, it's because you don't have the education. See, the education creates the stones. Everybody wants the stones. How does he pull it off? How could he do it? All right. Write things down. Look at this well 3. That's the Adam and Eve double bottom, as far as I'm concerned. But I looked at Moonwell here on Coinbase too as well. Moonwell, baby, Moonwell. You want the coin that can moon well. Everybody wants to buy a coin that moons well. Why don't you buy a coin called Moon Well? I'm sure it'll moon well. You know, one day I saw Moon Well and I said, I want a Moon Well on that coin. And boy, did I ever. I mean, that looks like it's going to break out on Coinbase. 1 hour doesn't look amazing. I'd wait out the 1 hour for the reset of the stochastics RSI, but you know, I mean, and not a lot of information on this at this time. You know, 15-minute really gives you the best, you know, but that's on Coinbase. That looks like it can rip ski 23% gains, right? So that's what's called an ascending triangle. And it also has a bit of an inverted head and shoulder inside there, if you can see it. There's a lot of action today. It's feeling like a bull run again, baby. I'm feeling free. Can you look at super, please? The super chats are coming in. People are asking questions. It's amazing. It's one of those times. Let's take a look here. It's SEILOR. Oh yeah, SEILOR was actually on Mexi, if I remember correctly. I think you're right. I believe I traded it at one point. Kryptonite, SEILOR, right? So there it is too. I mean, that's toying with the 200 MA. So if SEI gets hot, which I believe it will, SEILOR comes back with a vengeance, as crazy as it is. And everyone who knew about it gets, you know, and they all think that, and see that narrative plays out. And look at the, and then we play the TA. Low stochastics, RSI about to turn, MACD low and flipping, and then a giant gap of the VRVP. And look, there's your slanted, drunken Adam and Eve that's really hard to see with the little flag on the side. The gap takes you to the target at 66 cents, and you're at triple twos. Right? So we are though. Look, yeah, 0222. You thought I was playing with you on the triple two? No. Once this breaks the daily 200 MA, this could be a massive mover. SEI takes the position. This follows through like SUIP and CETUS follow, SUI, but this follows SEI. Understanding how to put it all together. Again, maybe Bitcoin tanks and all of this doesn't happen and everything we just went over dunks. But and that can happen. There's no guarantee, but the probability is starting to build against that narrative. Okay? The sellers are falling off on this is the volume. Whenever you have falling volume and falling price, it tells me we're likely getting a reversal in price action. Okay? This looks hot to me. SEILOR playing on the SEI narrative. And, the words of the degens are going to, they're going to be filled with those SUI gains. And some of those SUI gains are coming to SEI. It's fast, it's furious, it moves, and people like it. Shout out to the channel sponsor where you can really utilize this on a great, because see, here's the deal. This is where Houdini swap really comes in. I give you the tools to make you amazing. You want to be fast on your feet. You might find a SUI meme and make some really good gains in the morning and want to bounce over to an SEI meme. That's not easy to do unless you have your Houdini swap ready to rock, where you can go from SUI to SEI in 2 seconds. I mean, you can't do it anywhere else like that. Boom, boom, boom. And you'll be able to swap your SUI for SEI seamlessly. It's really nice. They'll take care of it on the back end, get it done. 4,000 tokens across all chains and crypto's best compliant privacy. You can also do a privacy swap if needed. On their way to $800 million in swap volume, Houdini Swap has what it takes to take you to the next level. Check out their dashboard, find out more about their lock token, and more. All right? Houdini Swap, man, it's pretty awesome. So I love Houdini Swap. I think it's amazing because I like to get things done fast and I don't like to wait. And I like to go from chain to chain as soon as I can. Houdini Swap offers that option. Can we look at Super? Someone's asking about. SEILOR is about to break above the 200. All right. You do you, though. I'll do me. And together, We will fly into the sea. Doesn't make any sense. But you know what? I'm drunk on gains. Oh, it's been a beautiful day to be alive. I'll tell you that. It's been a beautiful day to be alive. So far, so good with the long. Long in gains, 16%. If you took the trade last night when I posted the flag. Still in position for a possible move here. Nothing has changed. If I show you the position, stop loss 61,780. Take profit 65,586. Entry is now or never, baby. But for me, it was not. It was like a little earlier, right? But bang, holding 63,000 now, 63,100 for BTC. And it seems like the liquidity to the downside got a little scant, and the liquidity to the upside got a little thicker. So it's more likely now we do go further to the upside, up to 64,000 based on what we're seeing here on BOOKMAP. Link to BOOKMAP in the description below. I do get a commission if you sign up to BOOKMAP. I appreciate that. It's very nice of you if you do something of that nature. All right? Very nice of you. You don't have to do that, and you could, all right? Let's take a look at Super here, and we're going to kind of wind it down, but wow, what a live stream. People that are missing these weekend live streams are missing the gains. There's a lot of gains coming our way right now. All right? Yeah, this is like I feel like everyone here is in the 99, right? Anyone here not in the trading group? JASMY, thoughts it's inching to break out. Everything is, my friend. Everything is itching to make a move. All right. Super, there's Superverse, Super Farm. I'm going to take Superverse. Lost the golden pocket, double bottomed, and accumulated off. Look, shoulder, head, right shoulder. It all did the SCI, the SUIP. And then it was gone off. And that's your first higher low. Bitcoin is doing this right now. You see? Bitcoin just did this one right there, and it's making that first higher low. It's funny. I want to do something that may blow our minds here. I'm just feeling the energy today. Shout out to everybody here. God bless you all. Thank you so much for being here with me and getting through these crazy times. Everyone here is amazing. God bless every single person on the live. Everybody here, you mean so much to me, because each and every one of you create this beautiful community that I've worked so hard to create and curate. And when I say curate, I mean it, because it's like a work. I've been working on it for a long time. And I want to make sure that beginners have this feeling where if they come here, they can feel free and they know they can learn. And that's what matters to me the absolute most, you know, more than anything else, because I know what it was like to be a beginner, and I know what it was like to just start out and not know where I was going. Right. So see, like, this is what I'm trying to show you here. And it's a signature move. I mean, you can see it, right? And what I'll actually do is I'll do a good job here doing this. Yeah. This would be great. You can just create groups and take that away for now. But so, I mean, that. And so what am I talking about here? Right? It's about that first higher low on a daily time frame. You know, and once Super did that, it was gone. Okay. Low, high, lower, low, lower, high, lower, low, higher, low, or almost a double bottom, right? I mean, higher, higher, you know, and then higher, low, and then you're gone. And so you're waiting for the same signal for, look at this, is a similar idea up, you know, and then you have a higher low here. That's about to, you know, but in the bigger time frame for BTC, you can clearly see we have the lows, we have the highs, we have the lower low, lower high, but then a double bottom. Not a lower low. We seem to stand our ground, and then, right, and just buying that double bottom, like, says you're going to make it to the measured move. It's going to take its time. There's going to be some ups and downs on the way. All right. And so, you know, we could come up and down, right? This could be the crazy way. We go to 78,000, back to 70, back up to 79. It's going to be wild. $5,000 swings, $10. It's going to be wild. Trust me, the volatility is going to get crazy. They're not going to make it easy. But this is very likely what's likely to play out for Bitcoin. And it looks like we could be days away from one of the biggest pumps you've ever seen, fast and furious. So I'm not trying to be that moon boy. I'm just an analyst, and it's my time to show you something. Because think about it, as an analyst, and if I'm really true to my word as an analyst, some days I'm going to be bearish. Once every couple of weeks or once every maybe 5 or 6 months is going to be that day where I'm like, wow, it looks likely for the huge pump to come. It's going to be that day as an analyst. Now, someone might be watching me for the first time like, oh, this guy just likes to talk and pump things. Thanks, Sam, for have held algo and H-bar for a long time. Could you look at H-bar, please? Do you think H-bar could get to $1 this cycle? Oh, H-bar is like, I don't know. I'm not a fan of H-bar too. But this is an amazing fractal. I just wanted to kind of put out there and give you an idea of why we're likely, you know, that higher low, that first higher low is a boom maker. And Bitcoin is doing it. So exciting times to be alive if you're around right here for BTC. And again, we're watching this flag on the 7-minute time frame today. 1 minute, however, you know, many time frames, they all have it. And it's a bullish setup. I've seen this break out many, it's a very bullish setup. But again, only time will tell for Bitcoin. But everything really starting to go. It doesn't matter. I mean, you pick your coin, you get ready. Things are really starting to fancy up. Arkham is on my radar. And I share my entire portfolio with everybody in the trading group, so they know exactly what I'm looking at. Someone asked about JASMY. And I own JASMY for that, you know, that exposure. I've seen that as this and like that. Now, JASMY's been precarious because it came right back to the same choppy area of support or resistance that it likes to sit at, which to me is basically accumulation, right? What's cool about it is it never wanted to go back to those previous lows. It wanted to kind of set up shop here. Remember, anything could happen. Bad news, a hack, you know, that's the only thing about crypto. You never know. But, you know, I see this as a similar, you know, accumulation and on its way on out eventually. I own this long term. This is like, you got to start thinking bigger than just a swing trade or a bit of a scalp here. You got to start looking at the bigger picture, in my humble opinion. All right. But you do whatever you know, I'm not a financial advisor. You do whatever makes you happy. Shout out to everybody here that makes this channel amazing. Shout out to the 1,202 people here, 382 likes, $59. Anyone that sat with me, you guys just got so many gems your way. And you're ready to rock. You know, there's still 50Xs out there. You just got to kind of know what they are and where to find them. Not everybody knows how to find them, but if you do it like me over and over again, you just kind of get this. Some people are like, how do you do it? Can you teach me? And I'm like, I don't know how I do it. Like, there's just a way. I can't explain it. But you keep your ear to the grindstone. You're always watching, right? And you connect the dots when you see a certain project. And like today, we saw cyber, and then we see it, you know, as a very watched coin. So you're like, oh, okay. Maybe I want to keep that on my radar for the day. Tonight's going to be crazy. And look at crypto bubbles. I mean, in the last hour, we're getting coins popping 7%. Nero. This SPX, S&P 69, is that what? Yeah. Nero up 18%, AVAX, POPCAT, SEI, Ordi, Immutable X, right? So, read my lips, no more new altcoins. Nero up 113 on the week. So, Tau up, everything booming. Everything is booming. Great work yet again, Mr. Lifer. Bought the Dip Friday, so hopefully, amen. Been a while, Lifer. Your thoughts on Hoppy, please. Shout out to Karku Gamer. I think it's one of the better memes. If you get caught up in the meme land. I honestly want to caution everybody. I believe, you know, 99% of people are going to lose their money memeing. If you told me 99% of the time I was going to get in a car accident when I took my car out for a drive, I wouldn't take that car out. Now, yes, there's a slim chance that you hit a 100x and you change your life and turn 5,000 into 10 million or something. But just, you know, a lot of people are going to go after that, and they're going to burn through 4, 5, 6, 7 grand. They're never going to own any Bitcoin. And another thing, when they're studying memes a lot, hopefully they get into some blockchain analysis, but they might miss out on even, runes are going crazy. If you guys don't have exposure to the BTC AITECH, I'm sorry, the FOMO is going to be rough. JPEGs come next. I just don't really care about runes, man. I have to be honest. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, I'd just be more happy with my 100 grand, 5 to 10x, 6x's to 600 grand on Solana. And I never had to chase a meme or go after 1,000 discords. And I know, and I probably sound like a complete jerk saying that. You know what I mean? And I probably do. And I know I come off like some pompous, snob, rich snob, But yeah. But like, I'm going to be here trading, emerging markets for the next 10, 20 years. Like, memes or not, I'll dabble in the high risk things here and there, but I know, and Master Frank, God bless you, man. What a good conversation last night. Hope everything's going well with you and yours, bro. Yeah. Hola, Curtis. Shout out to Crypto Billy saying hi to all his friends. Yeah. Nah, don't offend me, brother. I've been printing a good amount of BTC. That is fair. We all have different takes. And we all print it. Amen. 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 I don't know enough about it, so I'm probably, a little like, if I knew about it, I'd probably be printing with you and doing it. It seems to take, once you get into you're inspiring. Thank you. Once you get deep into an ecosystem or a part of an ecosystem, it's funny. I thought I was going to maybe frame this and just write like the date on it and just put it in a little, and just remind myself of how hard that, how vicious Mother Nature is. This is a part of my lanai that got blown out of the screen, and it was just, man, it was vicious. Vicious. Trump's starting to form a bit of a flag. If that flag continues sideways, you have a chance of a move. All right, he's gaining a lot of momentum right now. So there's so much to write down. There's so much to talk about. There's so much to cover. It never ends. It never ends. GFI getting ready to get tight. Everything getting ready. In my humble opinion, this is even on Coinbase too as well, which is awesome. Market cap is tiny at 62 million. Wow, there's so much growth for this market. AI companions is how you make yourself a little AI companion. Exactly what you think it is. All right, everybody, I got to jump on out of here for the day. May God bless each and every one of you. Thank you so much for being a part of the live. And yeah, we covered a lot on this beautiful morning. What is she running from mommy for? She won't clean her toys and she's getting a lot of other toys out, so she has to clean her Peppa. You got to clean your toys first, baby, please. And don't come here and hide.
Go clean your Peppa Pigs. You can have that after you clean your Peppa Pigs.
You got to clean up your toys one at a time, baby. You can't just make a mess throughout the house. Discipline. We got to install discipline in this home. If you have a little bit of money, I'm better off just buying Solana for the bigger gains this cycle and sell on top. Just buy Bitcoin later between cycles. That's yeah. See you tonight, everyone. God bless you. See you tonight. Bitcoin 63,220. Hey. No, it's pumping. Is it? No, really? No, really? No, I don't think so. No one said that. No one said it was going to pump. No, really? Is the lifer really up in a gain again? No, he's not. Did he really open up a trade last night and he's in gains? Up 21% on Messi. Sign up to Messi today. Use the QR code or the link below in the video to make 21%. I can teach you how to do it. 21. Look at that. Who hits 21 on the 21, baby? Bang, bang, bang. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Bitcoin 63,000. Can we hold? Only time will tell. May God bless each and every one of you for being here. Oh yeah, one last thing I should show is the actual screen. It was 21.21. Now it's 21.69. Even better, right? But there you go. 21.69, 31%. Imagine being able to make gains from your house on a Saturday. I don't care if it's $100, $80, $200, $500, no matter what. Extra money is amazing. Yeah, you got to clone as you controllers, laying them down. Perfect. I love that. Everybody, I love you. I appreciate you. I still see more move to the upside here. And look, there's the short squeeze right now for Bitcoin. We're starting to get the pump right now. I'm trying to leave, and they just never let me. The action-packed movement comes right there. Look at that pump to the upside for Bitcoin, 63,280. Boom, 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 boom. And the fireworks start as we head towards 63.5 for BTC. And she gone, baby, gone. And you never know. It is the weekend. Just be careful. I love you all. Shout out to everyone. Put a 333 if you're in gains with the lifer yet again. And we got over 1,000 people here on the live on a morning stream on a Saturday because you know the market is ripe and ripping and getting ready to rip. It's awesome. It's awesome. I tell you what, the people that aren't hitting that like button are missing out. The people that aren't pumping this stream to the upside are missing out. There's gains to be had all around, whether you're lev trading, swing trading, finding your way in and out of these coins. There's money to be had. And I'm going to be taking it if it's out there. Aggressively. While it's out there. Right? And so here we have it up 24% now in the trade. If you took it last night with me, you're still in gains. And even earlier when I talked about it just then, before it spiked up to the upside as such. 63,258 for Bitcoin. Blessings on blessings to be alive. Yeah, CLORE AI is just booming, man. Just busted out the flag. With the 21-day moving average, low stochastics. Just listen to what I teach you. You're going to be fine. You're going to do great. Tight moving averages, VRVP, stochastics curving. Take my class the last Saturday of every month. I teach this class. It's running out. There should be 500 people in this class at the end of the month. What I give you is going to help you understand how to swing trade, get in, get out, overbought, oversold. You're going to understand this market in a way you've never even thought about. It's going to blow your mind. I'm telling you right now. Okay? Everybody, I love you. I appreciate you. I can only hold your hand for so long until I let you free. But may God bless each and every one of you. Thank you so much for coming on into the live and being a part of this beautiful live stream. I'll catch each and every one of you tonight at 8 p.m. Actually, I probably won't. Tonight, we're going to be on at like 9 p.m. We're going to push it. 9 p.m. tonight. Remember that. I have a dinner reservations with another family that I have to attend at 7 p.m. But we should be done by 8:30. I'll say 9:30. I'll leave the stream for 9:30. Gives me time to get home. Everybody, I love you. I appreciate you. May God bless everybody here on the stream. Remember, 9:30 tonight. All right? But we'll post it early so you can see that it is changed to 9:30. EDT, that's New York City time. All right? Eastern Daylight Savings Time. We call it EDT here. Everybody, I love you. I appreciate you. May God bless each and every one of you. Stay fresh. Stay amazing. Keep your pocket squares nice and clean. And I'll catch you guys on the next live stream.